Yes, sir. In 3, 2. Alright, guys. Here we go once again. Everybody can calm the fuck down. We are back.
We're back. Yes, sir. We are back up in this bitch.
Everybody can relax. The party is now about to begin up in this bitch.
I'm sure our probably 2 viewers are probably thinking, man, where are these guys? Where are they?
Yeah, they're probably like, hey, where the fuck you been? It's about time. Okay, anyways, enough with the silliness.
It's time to get serious.
We're back with another podcast, people. Boom.
Yes, sir.
This is
How
it.
y'all doing out there in YouTube land?
Yes, sir. And today we're going to start off, I guess, by talking about wrestling. I know you wanted to talk about wrestlers who, were good, but then got fucked over. There's been quite a few of them, and especially one that you wanted to talk about is Tatanka.
Yeah, he's been one of my all-time favorite wrestlers, and I go back and I watch his career in the early to mid '90s, and it's funny. I got to realizing that, man, this guy was being pushed to a good point at one point, like. He wrestled at WrestleMania 9 that year against Shawn Michaels.
Right.
He was supposed to actually win that match and become Intercontinental Champion, but because of fucking crybaby Shawn Michaels, went crying to Vince and was like, "No, Vince, leave the belt on me. That's what's best for business." Geez, where have we not heard that before?
Yeah, many times.
From his so-called buddy Triple H.
Well, it says here, according to Wikipedia, he was in the World Wrestling Federation from 91 till 96.
Yeah.
But then he came back at certain times,
Yeah, he wasn't with the WWF all the way to 96. He was there to about he took a hiatus, I think.
It says right here on March 19th, 1996, Tatanka wrestled his final televised match, losing to WWF champion Bret Hart in a non-title match.
Yeah, but if you followed his career like I have, you would notice, basically in about June of '95, he wrestled a main event at In Your House. He teamed up with Sid. Take on.
You talking about the King of the Ring?
Yeah, the King of the Ring match. It was him and Sid against Diesel and Bam Bam.
Bam Bam. Yeah, I'm reading that right now. It says spring of '95. Tatanka had another feud with Bam Bam Bigelow.
Yeah,
It says who had just turned face. As a result, he teamed with Psycho Sid at the King of the Ring pay-per-view to lose to Bigelow and Diesel.
Yeah, and let me tell you something. Guess who took the fucking 1, 2, 3 in that match?
Tatanka?
Yep. Took the jackknife powerbomb from Diesel in 1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
It's of course. But if you go back and you watch. If you go back at his career from that point until his final match in '96, he actually took a little bit of a hiatus after, didn't really see much of him.
Okay, yeah.
For several months, and then I think at the Royal Rumble, he came back around the Royal Rumble, wrestled from the Royal Rumble to March when he fought Bret, and then that was his last match.
Yeah.
Basically, all his matches from fucking Royal Rumble to that last match with Bret Hart, every single match was a loss for him. That's all he was brought back for, was to be jobbed out.
That sucks.
Yeah. But, if you go back and you watch Tatanka's career in, 93, most 93, they were building him up to seem there was talks that he was going to be, the next one in line for, a championship run.
Yeah.
And like I said, he was supposed to win the IC belt at WrestleMania 9, and Shawn Michaels fucked him out of that, and then like Tatanka wrestled, was doing great until like at the end of October of '93. From that point on, you basically seen Tatanka go straight down the fucking toilet.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Yeah, his infamous match with Ludwig Borga.
Yeah.
Fucking having to me the stupidest fucking ending to a match I ever seen. Knock a guy out with a fucking chair, then drag him to the middle of the ring and pin him with a fucking finger. Like,
and after that, his career's never been the same.
Yeah, it never was. Because I'm saying, like after that, because Vince, I guess, had the fucking idea that they do this finish, they bring Yokozuna in, Banzai drop him, break his ribs or whatever, hospitalize him, he's out of fucking Survivor Series, and then they bring him back a month later thinking that, you know, the fans would have been erupting for his return.
Yeah.
And basically, when he came back, like, the fans didn't give a shit about him because they thought of him as a joke, because that's what he looked like after that point.
Yeah. You don't see Hulk Hogan losing to a fucking
finger.
I
mean, yeah. Could you imagine back in the fucking '80s when Hulk Hogan was like the fucking man? Could you imagine him taking a fucking loss like that?
No.
Getting knocked out with a steel chair, drugged to the fucking middle of the ring, and just having the wrestler, your opponent, come up to you and just place a finger on you for a 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
his career would be fucked too.
Yeah, if they would have did that to Hulk Hogan, if they would have did that to fucking all the greats like The Rock, Sting,
Stone Cold.
Yeah, like, I guarantee you, not one of them, their careers would have never been the fucking same after that. Like, there would have been no Hulkamania, there'd have been no Stone Cold era if Stone Cold took a loss like to me, that was just like, and then when you watch his career from that point to where, like, he did come back, he did wrestle, got back in the, tried to get back into a storyline with Borga to get his revenge, and then, not only that, but Borga wound up breaking his fucking ankle, and he got fired because of it, and that killed all of their plans with Tatanka.
Yeah, which is too bad, man.
Yeah,
it's too bad.
It is, because, I mean, when you go back and you watch him, and that dude, like, he was like a character, like, he was one of the coolest characters I've seen. And you know what? He actually, I could tell they were trying to build Tatanka up to be like, you're like your next Hulk Hogan, because they even gave Tatanka like the Hulk up. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, in every match, his opponent would always get him over to the corner and take his head and slam his head into the corner, and that would like start, Tatanka like hulking up, and instead of hulking up, he'd go into like a war dance, and he would just turn around and basically chop the shit out of you.
Yeah, I mean, it was good for its time. Definitely, the '90s had its coolness to it, with all the wrestlers that were there in the WWF.
Yeah, not just wrestlers, but they were also characters. Like,
right.
I mean,
their characters. That's what I mean. Was really cool back then.
Yeah. If you look in the '90s, like, all the wrestlers back then just had like that great look. Like, like were characters, like Tatanka, the British Bulldog, Sting, Hulk Hogan. They had that, like, and it's like that's what wrestling today is missing.
Oh, it's missing a lot more than that.
Yeah, it's missing. Yeah, but I'm talking about mostly it's missing the cool, eye-catching characters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's just different times back then.
Yeah.
Now it ain't worth a fuck.
Yeah. But it's just like, like we're talking about Tatanka. I know he's not the only one that never got kind of screwed up. Like, you basically started an uprising started going, like, shooting to the moon. The next thing you know, he just basically fell on his face.
Yeah. I mean, there's probably quite a few wrestlers. I mean, obviously, Brett got screwed.
Yeah, sure.
If that was real,
Yeah,
that could have been a big fucking work, by the way.
Yeah, there's still debates on that, if that was really real or if that was just all a shoot.
Yeah, I mean, if it was a shoot, that's a damn good fucking,
Yeah.
shoot, because they got everybody believing that shit.
How many times in wrestling have you truly seen that you see an angle like, man, that had to be real. That had to be real.
Right.
And then come to find out, like, no, it was a work the whole time.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of people that just don't know.
Yeah.
But they keep saying it was real, and others think it's a shoot.
Yeah, I mean, and like that. Look where Brett's career went after that.
Nowhere.
Like, I mean, yeah, he went to WCW, which WCW did nothing with him.
Of course not.
For months, and then they tried to, get him into a push in the world title picture. My bad. And then they had him face Goldberg and had Goldberg kick him in the damn head. And then it was like, after that, it's like, oh, Brett's career is over.
Yeah.
So I'm sure there's been a lot of wrestlers who got just straight up screwed over,
I'm sure Vince, behind the scenes, probably said to a lot of wrestlers, I don't want that guy in here. I want him out of here. I want this one out of here.
Yeah. Or it's like they can look at a wrestler like, oh, yeah, man, we're gonna push this guy. This guy's gonna be a great freaking leader for our company.
Right.
Put the title on him. Blah 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 blah. And like kind of like what I think what they started doing with Tatanka. Like, they started building him up slowly, getting him in more, bigger matches and bigger feuds. And I'm thinking somewhere down the line, maybe they just shifted I think they just decided to shift their attention on Luger and Bret Hart. They just basically just kind of sent Tatanka packing.
Yeah, well, Luger wasn't in the fucking WWE that long.
Yes, he was. Yeah, I mean, I'm saying he wasn't, but I'm saying, like, around that time period when they had Tatanka lose like that, fucking their Vince's plan was to start to build the company, was hoping to build it around Lex.
Yeah, but Lex fucking went back to WCW.
Yeah, I'm saying, I'm not. I know he did, but I'm talking around that time frame.
Right.
The Tatanka thing, they decided to go with Lex, and then, like you said, he didn't wind up working for Lex either. They wound up putting the belt on Brett, and eventually by mid '95, hell, Lex left and went back to WCW.
Yeah, without even telling him.
What's funny? Lex Luger spent like a year in WWF.
Right.
Never won a championship. Goes back to WCW and practically wins every championship they had to offer within like a year. Like, he was world champion, television champion, tag team champion. Like, wow, I remember thinking, like, wow, he could win all these belts in WCW, but he couldn't win not one championship in WWE. Like, huh.
Well, let's take a look. I'll take a look on the Wikipedia and see what it says. He did have a good build, though.
Yeah, Lex always had. I mean, Lex was another one of them good stars that. I mean, I know he later on, like I said, he went to WCW, and he was a world champion over and over at WCW, but his run in WWF, you thought he was going to have a run like that, like he had in WCW, but...
Yeah, so I guess he was in the WWF from 93 till 95.
Yeah, because remember, it was like...
mid 93? Something
yeah,
like
it was like... Yeah, because like... remember he went back to WCW on the first ever episode of WCW Nitro.
Yeah.
That's when he just showed up, and I'll never forget Eric Bischoff's reaction when he saw Lex Luger come out the walkway and stand there. Like, Eric Bischoff's like, what in the hell is he doing here? Get the camera off of him! I was like, and it was funny. You hear from Eric Bischoff years later that he's the one that signed Lex to come back. And to give him a reaction like that, like, what in the hell is he doing here? Get the camera off of him.
Yeah, I mean, as far as wrestling goes, the 90s were some interesting times, you know.
Yeah.
They just had some, you know, it was just cool, man. You know,
How about this, Ken? Yeah.
wrestlers jumping in.
Yeah. How about another guy that freaking got kind of screwed over in WWF? One of your all-time favorites, Vader.
Oh yeah, he got screwed up by once again Shawn Michaels.
Another guy that wound up in WCW. He was like a fucking legit badass.
Yeah, in Japan he was a fucking badass too.
I mean, he was even WCW World Champion, and he's another guy. Went to WWF, never won not one championship in WWF.
Yeah, and when he was too stiff with Shawn Michaels, Shawn didn't like that.
Yeah.
He told him, hey, if you do that again, I'm going to fucking drop the dime and you'll be out of here.
Yeah, I tell you what, I wish Shawn should just thank his lucky stars that Vader was truly a nice guy.
Yeah, no shit, because Vader could have been like, all right, motherfucker, and bulk his ass in half.
Vader would be like, oh, you think that? I think Vader should have did like, what's that guy, Dr. D.
Dr. D. David Schultz, yeah.
Yeah, David Schultz. I don't know why it's what, but the guy that, remember when the guy told him, like, believe wrestling's fake. Like,
yeah.
You think that's fake, huh? It's
like the wrong fucking guy to say that to.
Yeah. Dude, could you imagine if Vader would have did that to Shawn Michaels? Like, Shawn Michaels came up to him bitching about how stiff, like, oh, you don't like me because I'm stiff, huh? Does that feel stiff, huh? Is that stiff enough for you? That's an open hand slap.
Yeah, he got popped pretty good in the face, man. It's on camera, too. He got fucking popped good twice.
Yeah.
But it did cost Vince McMahon a lot of money, and David Schultz got booted from the WWF.
Yeah. And you know what? Yeah, you watched that, they did that thing on the Dark Side of the Ring on him.
Yeah.
And even though that happened, like, damn near 40 years ago, like, they tried to, like, ask the guy that he slapped him if he'd ever forgive him, and he's just like, no, fuck you, David Schultz.
Wow.
And I was like, wow, 40 years and you're still holding a grudge because you got slapped in the face.
Yeah, well, he got popped pretty damn. He could have messed up his ear. You know, I think he did mess up his ear somewhat where he couldn't hear well or something.
Yeah, they said he had ringing in his ears for like a while after that.
Yeah, that sucks.
Yeah, well, you know what? You don't go up to somebody and try to tell them that their job that they take very seriously. You know, I think it's fake. It's like you're fucking antagonizing him.
Yeah, true. Plus, you're fucking with of all the wrestlers you asked that, you gonna ask that fucking wild card motherfucker?
Yeah, you know? The guy that, yeah.
I wouldn't have asked him that shit. I think this is fake. Hey.
I would have said
he showed him how fake it was.
Hey, I would have said that to him, but I would have had like fucking bodyguards in between us. That way, he wouldn't have had the chance to fucking slap the shit out of me like that.
Yeah.
But I mean, I don't know. That to me, that whole thing got blown out of proportion. Like, you know.
Yeah. I mean, but look, if you watch the video, he did pop his fucking ass good too.
Yeah, I mean,
he shouldn't have done that. You know, even though he said it was fake and all that, that's assault.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, here's the thing: the I mean, if he would have just hit him that one time, would have been, then there you go. But like, is that fake? But when he turned around and popped him again and really knocked him down,
it's even worse.
Like, yeah, to me that was, kind of a bit fucking overkill.
Yeah.
But dude, could you imagine if, like, how we talk about the '90s? Imagine that guy being around in the '90s.
Yeah.
Like, I think he would have fit more in, with his character. He would have fit more in like the '90s version.
Yeah, I would have liked to have seen David Schultz go on. He probably would have been in some WrestleManias and.
Yeah. He actually was pretty cool. I watched a couple of his matches and I was like, wow, if this guy would have been, like, if that incident probably wouldn't have happened, who knows where his career would have went.
Right.
But like I said, that's another wrestler that got screwed from wrestling, basically.
Yep, then he went on to become a bounty hunter, which is pretty cool.
That is cool. I mean, it's dangerous, but it's cool.
Yeah, but he's a fucking crazy fuck anyway, so it fits him perfectly.
Yeah, something like him probably enjoys the thrill. Oh yeah, I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, I'm gonna get these motherfuckers. I have no fear, man.
It's like old Dog the Bounty Hunter.
Yeah, well, Dog the Bounty Hunter, he had his family with him and shit. I think Dr. D was on his own pretty much.
Well, I mean, that's how most bounty hunters really did it. Like, it was just like one person.
Yeah.
Dog the Bounty Hunter was like the first one that ever had a whole fucking team involved.
Yeah, I remember when Dog the Bounty Hunter was pretty big back in the early 2000s, mid 2000s, something like that, 2005 or something like that.
Yeah, it was like 2005, 2006 when he started. Basically becoming, doing this show.
Right. I thought that was pretty interesting at the time to see.
Yeah, see them jump in a car and driving around, hunting, coming up, trying to find clues where the person is, trying to, but it was cool for its time, but like all shows, after a few years, that shit ran its course. It's like, yeah, I don't care for this anymore.
And then they restarted it again. But unfortunately, his wife passed away.
Yeah, that is pretty sad. I never, here's my take on it. I never, that was the one thing, honestly, I did not like about Dog the Bounty Hunter. I always thought his wife, Beth, was just really just kind of a mean person. She always seemed like, she always tried to put herself in most of the limelight, and she tried to boss everybody around. I remember there was an episode where his daughter Lisa was gonna join the hunt with them, and she kept trying to tell no, you can't wear that, you can't wear those shoes, you can't do this, and she had to go in and change several times until she put on something that was suitable. I was like, who do you think you are? I know you're her stepmom, but and she's a grown-ass woman, and you're telling her how she can dress and this and that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I remember his son, Dwayne Lee. That's what caused him to leave the show, because he couldn't. He even said in an episode that he said that Beth would always try to he just said, he's basically, I'm a 34-year-old man that gets told how to dress, what to eat, when to sleep, and he's just I'm tired of all that.
Yeah, imagine how Dog must have felt being married to her ass.
Yeah. But I mean, as much as I didn't like her, I never would have to hear that she had got cancer and passed away. That was pretty damn sad.
Well, yeah, true. You don't ever want anybody to
Yeah,
pass
I mean,
away.
even though you thought I thought of her as a bitch on the show. But I mean, I never wished anything bad to happen, even though she was annoying and this and that. As I say, I mean, the only way I put a stop, I just quit watching the show. Like, I just got to a point, I just could not stand her on the show. Like, her always making the show all about her. She got to get the last word, and and it's just like, I just did away with the show. I just was like, I'm not watching this anymore.
Yeah, I hear you. But I mean, it was cool for its time back in the day.
Yeah, I mean, there was some cool episodes, man. Like, it was cool how they always, it was just cool watching them go on the hunt for these people. Like, some people were pretty crafty in how they hid. Like, you have to see them go through jungles and, like, go searching houses that looked like they were, like, nobody had lived in the house, and, like, it was a weird place over there in Hawaii, dude. Like, some of the scenery, like, they were hunting for one person, and they went up into, like, this jungle area, and there was just, like, one house sitting out there in the middle of it all with some junk cars around it, and, like, the house was completely, like, in shambles. Like, walls were completely gone out of the house, and they were, like, looking all over, and then they found a cooler, which they opened up, like, somebody's been staying here. It's got fresh ice in here. Like somebody's been here not too long ago. Like, why the hell would you want to stay there? I know you're on a run, but damn, dude, you couldn't find someplace better to stay? But so that was a cool show for its heyday. But it's like all shows, man. It just reached a point, like, okay, this is. But I think by 2010 I was just like, I'm done with this show.
Yeah, then it came back.
Yeah, it came back. I mean, they redid it several times. Remember, they did a thing for a while. It was called, like, Dog and Beth on the Hunt.
Yeah. Then they had one kind of recently, I want to say, before she passed, and she knew she was going to pass and whatnot, and they wanted to, do a one final show, I guess, or whatnot. I'd have to look more into it, but I mean, I guess it's bittersweet, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, and what's weird? You look now, Dog's, like, remarried to another chick now.
Oh, is he? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, he caused a bit of controversy after she passed, because like, he started seeing one woman that was, like, a mother to, I forget his name, but he was on the first or second season of Dog the Bounty Hunter. His name was Justin.
Yeah.
It was his mom that they were, and like, his daughter Lisa and somebody else was, like, totally against it, like, didn't like the fact that that they were seeing each other, and it got so bad that Lisa even knew that Justin was wanted by, like, had a warrant out for him. She fucking ratted his ass out to the cops.
Damn.
Just to spite her, just to make a saying that, like, hey, get away from my dad. Like, that's kind of messed up. You're gonna, if your dad's happy with somebody just after losing his wife of so many years, to find somebody that he could be happy with again, and you're not happy, and you want to ruin his happiness, that's messed up.
Well, people do that shit all the time.
Yeah.
And worse.
I know, but that's what does suck. And then, like, people always gotta, like, they can't stand to see, like, people can't stand to see other people happy.
Yeah, I know. I noticed that.
Yeah.
Crazy.
It's like, oh, this person's happy. They're with the love of their life. They're this and that.
Oh no.
Oh no, I gotta find some way to crush it. I gotta find some way to put a stop to that.
Exactly. I'm putting this down.
Yeah.
Fucking crazy.
It's like, you ever remember that movie called O?
Yep. I still have it on DVD.
I do too, and I just actually watched that again, and you see that's another one of those situations. They could, like, Mekhi Phifer, he was in damn college, he was in a relationship with Julia Stiles and had everything good going for him, and Josh Hartnett just jealous of him, and he's like couldn't stand to see him happy. Put that whole plan together about making it seem like she was cheating on him and this and that, and
yeah, that's crazy.
Like that was one of the trippiest probably movies I've ever seen like that. Like to get somebody to think that their girlfriend, the love of their life, is cheating on you, and she's not. She's like being like really loyal to you.
I know. And then
it's just all these situations come up, and look,
and the lies and shit.
Is putting in his head that and he's setting it up to where the guy and the girl keep making it look like it's suspicious and stuff, and it's like, oh God.
Yeah, it's crazy. That's a hell of a good movie, though.
Yeah, but it was just sad. Like the ending was just so damn sad, man. Like
it was crazy.
You didn't think it would come to that. Like you didn't think it was gonna come to him just like strangling her to death over that.
Yeah.
And telling her go to sleep.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
Mekhi Phifer. Whatever happened to Mekhi Phifer? I haven't seen him in a movie in a while.
Yeah, I haven't either.
I have no idea what the hell happened to that guy.
I know he did a lot of good movies. Like he was becoming he did that. He did 8 Mile. Yeah. I'm sure he did a lot of. Wasn't he in one of the I Know What You Did Last Summer movies?
I don't know.
I think he was in the second one, I believe. But what was so bad? After he killed her, and then right after, like it's all he learns that it was all bullshit.
Yeah.
Like he basically got him to confess, and he was confronted by the cops. He's telling him remember where I'm from? Made me do this. And he fucking just shoots himself in the damn heart.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy.
Well, you know what, dude? You gotta figure he didn't have anything else. Like, I'm sure he was so screwed up at that point that, that was his only way out. I mean, what else was going to, if he didn't do that, he got, he was going to wind up going to jail probably for the rest of his life.
Yeah.
And not only that, he had to live with the fact that, that he got so played that, that made him, kill his own girlfriend. I'm sure he couldn't have forgave himself for that.
Nah, I would have fucked him up too much.
Yeah. He even said, he's like, you tell him I love that girl. I did. He's like, but I got played. He fucked my head up. He fucked it up. That was probably one of the damn hard-hitting lines from that. Like, my head up. He fucked it up.
You know what's interesting about the movie O?
What's that?
Is that this film was actually filmed long before it got released. It says it was originally, and I might have talked about this before, but it says originally it was intended to be released in October of '99, but it was shelved following the Columbine High School massacre.
Oh, okay.
So anything that had to do with like school or killings or anything, they didn't want that shit around. But it says it was finally released in August of 2001, a couple years later, which I can understand. You know, the fucking media really did blow that fucking Columbine stuff up real bad.
Yeah.
Fucking stupid fucks.
But you know what though? I mean, it was crazy, dude. I mean, like, before, you ever see that kid just, plotting to go to a school and just gun down all their fellow classmates?
No, it was two of them.
Yeah, it's the same.
And I remember it well because I remember watching the fucking shit on the news.
Yeah.
Back in 1999. And I thought it was crazy. But what was even more crazy is how the media and these documentaries and all this shit had glorified these motherfuckers, and because of that, you have had copycat killers.
Yeah, of course.
Doing the same thing. That's why you can't glorify. That's what the media is like, the worst thing. You know what I mean? They intensified that fucking shit when they could have kept it on the down low. They didn't have to make it big.
I know.
So that's the one thing that pisses me off about it. But I remember I really got into that whole Columbine thing. Anything that was like documentaries on it, it's something about it. It just pulls you in, man. It's weird.
I know. I get into that shit too all the time. Like, if I see like a good documentary on something,
right,
like it's something that really catches my eye, it's just like,
right.
Man,
but these guys were doing filmings, beforehand. They were filming their own school projects or whatever, going around, pretend shooting, and then all of a sudden they really fucking did that shit.
Yeah.
So there's a lot that went on behind the scenes that we probably don't even know about. I mean, there's also some basement tapes that the cops have, that I don't think they're ever going to release.
No, I mean, if they don't release them, they got to be like
they're in a vault somewhere.
I'm sure if they filmed them discussing or talking about what they were planning on doing.
Right. There's some things that they filmed that never got released. A lot of it got released, but like from what I heard, they right before the shooting, they filmed, saying their goodbyes to their parents and shit, and
that's crazy.
That never got released.
Filming their goodbye, that should have told you right there that they weren't planning on coming back from that.
No, and plus there was some camera footage of one of them going to the party store, picking up some things beforehand in the morning.
Yeah.
And it's just crazy shit, man. There's some powerful documentaries about this, and even the Bowling for Columbine documentary was very powerful.
Yeah.
But yeah, that movie got shelved because of that.
Yeah.
Because
I tell you what, had actually a pretty good cast in that movie.
Oh yeah, it did. Josh Hartnett's in it.
Yeah.
Martin Sheen.
Yeah.
He's a good actor, man.
There's also that one, the one guy that played Julia Stiles' dad.
Yeah.
I think he passed away not too long ago, didn't he?
I don't know.
Wasn't he the same father as the guy from the Home Alone movies?
John Hurt?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. I'm looking up his Wikipedia now. It said he passed away in 2017. Oh shit.
17?
2017, yeah. Shit. I didn't even know he fucking died.
I didn't even know. Well, I mean, I knew he had died, but I didn't know it's been that long. I thought he died like last year or something.
And also, Rain Phoenix is in it, which is the sister of River Phoenix, and
she winds up dying in that movie too. She was the one that called Josh Hartnett out on it about that scarf. It's like, you gave that scarf to Michael. Boom! And Josh Hartnett wound up shooting her.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck? Phoenix. That was a crazy, River Phoenix. What's the other one's name? Joaquin Phoenix.
Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah,
Who did Joker?
I can never pronounce that motherfucker's name right.
It's all good.
You know,
Yeah, it is a kind of a unique name,
Yeah.
Joaquin Phoenix. That's crazy.
you know, years ago when he was actually a child actor, he went by the name. What was his name? He had a damn. He had something like one of those names too, like not River, not Frank, but fuck, what was it? They named him something. He went by a different name.
I don't know.
Leaf. They call his name was Leaf Phoenix.
I think I heard something like that before.
Yeah, because if you go back, he did a movie when he was a kid. Shit, what was the name of that movie? When they a space camp.
Yeah.
When they went out, remember when they went out to space? He was just a kid in that movie, and read the credits at the end. They list him as Leaf Phoenix.
Yeah. Well, him and his sister were there at that party or club when their brother died of a drug overdose.
Yeah, didn't they say that they didn't even know that their brother was at that party?
No, I think they knew. That's what their brother was. River Phoenix was at some sort of party, and he was going to like play some music, but they wouldn't let him, I think.
Yeah.
And then he took some sort of drugs, which was I think it was, from what I'm reading now, it's called a speedball.
Yeah. Speedball.
Cocaine. Yeah.
Cocaine.
Yeah. So that, it was too much for him, and it killed him. I did listen to the 911 call from Joaquin Phoenix. You know, as his brother was passing away, you could hear, you know, him and his sister, you know, wanting to hurry up and get the fucking ambulance there and whatnot.
Oh, I'm sure, dude.
Hell yeah, because you know, you don't want to see your own family member pass.
Yeah, no, not just your own family, but anybody. You would want to see somebody laying there, fucking slipping away, no matter who it is. Let alone your own, you know, your own big brother.
That's true.
You know.
So that's
that'd be horrible for them.
Oh yeah, for that time. But Joaquin ended up becoming a really, really well-known actor. That's for sure.
You remember that? You remember that one movie he did where was with Jennifer Lopez, U-Turn.
U-Turn. Yeah, that's a good movie.
Yeah. Remember how he had TNT wrote like shave in the back of his head, and he's talking to who was it, Sean Penn, and he's like, let me give you a little who I am. I'm Toby Tucker, and he turns around and you see the letters T in the back of his head, like TNT.
Yeah, that movie was kind of a trip, but it had like an all-star cast in it.
Yeah, you had Nick Nolte, Sean Penn, Jennifer Lopez, Joaquin Phoenix. I can't say that motherfucker's name right. I don't care how many times I try to say it. I'll never be able to probably pronounce it right. Joaquin, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Joaquin Phoenix. He was in shit. Who else? There's some other people in that.
Billy Bob Thornton.
Yeah, he was the mechanic.
Yeah.
And the end of that movie was a damn trip too. It's like basically everybody.
Nick Nolte. Let's see, Powers Booth, Claire Danes, John Voight. Holy shit! Yeah.
Yeah.
I gotta see that movie again. I haven't seen it in so long.
I just remember Jennifer Lopez shoving Penn off that damn cliff, and like you think he's dead, and you start hearing him like, ah!
Yeah, he's all fucked up.
Yeah, you see him all fucked up, but like half his teeth are like knocked out. He's like, "Mama, really bad."
Yeah.
And then he winds up killing Jennifer Lopez and going and getting in the car, thinking, you know, he's gonna just drive away. And then as soon as he goes to put his car in gear, the fucking same radiator hose that's got him stuck in that town in the first place wound up breaking again.
That's fucked.
And he's just, I think he wound up.
That's fucked up.
Yeah, it's like here he is about to finally drive away, and then the fucking car breaks again. Like, come on, man, that's wrong.
Yeah, it's a trippy movie, directed by Oliver Stone.
Yeah.
It's a good movie though. I gotta see that again.
Yeah. Didn't Oliver Stone wound up? Didn't he do the Natural Born Killers movie as well?
Yep, beforehand, yeah.
Yeah, that was a dude. Now that's one of the trippiest movies of all time.
I haven't seen it in a long time.
I know, but I'm talking about when we did. Remember watching it back in the day? How tripped out we thought that movie was, man. It felt like we were on drugs watching that movie.
I think that's how they intended it.
Yeah.
He's done a lot of good movies I noticed here. There's JFK, The Doors, Platoon, Wall Street.
Yeah.
Any Given Sunday, that's a good one.
Any Given Sunday, yeah. Dude, hey,
I forgot about that. I haven't seen that in a while. I need to pick that up on Blu-ray.
Another great movie with a big-ass cast in it.
Yep.
You know, you had like Jamie Foxx, you had Dennis Quaid, you had...
you had a lot of motherfuckers in that bitch. Cameron Diaz, Al Pacino, James Woods, Jamie Foxx, LL Cool J, Lauren Holly. What the fuck ever happened to Lauren Holly?
I don't know.
I haven't seen her in a movie that I can recall in a long time.
Yeah. She was pretty cool.
I remember her in Dragon the Bruce Lee Story, which was a damn good movie.
I remember her from the first Turbulence movie.
Yeah. She was in Band of the Hand, which is a classic 80s film.
Yeah.
Dragon the Bruce Lee. Oh yeah, Dumb and Dumber. I forgot about that.
Hey, and she was also in Adventures of Ford Fairlane.
Yeah. Turbulence.
Right, people. We're sorry, but yeah, we're movie encyclopedias.
Yeah. Any Given Sunday, and after that, it looks like she's been in movies, but most of these are not like super well known, I would say. Oh, she was in Crank High Voltage. I forgot about that.
Oh yeah, she was the She was the damn like the therapist.
Yeah, the therapist. Didn't she get fucking killed?
No, the guy that she was talking to winds up getting killed.
Okay, yeah, that's right. That's crazy.
Remember he was in that guy was in the first one, but he had like a real small scene where like he was in an ambulance or a hospital or something, and and then like as he's like finally sees the error of his ways, he's gonna go out and enjoy his life. As he goes to stand up, like a bullet just goes flat coming out of nowhere and goes right through his head and kills him.
That's fucked up. Talk about bad luck. Shit.
I'm like, yeah.
Shit.
But yeah, Crank movies. That's another couple of movies that were just crazy as hell.
Wait a minute. Lauren Holly was in the Adventures of Ford Fairlane?
Yeah, didn't I just say that?
If you did, I wasn't paying attention.
Oh, but yeah, I think that...
I haven't seen the movie in so long, I just don't fucking remember.
I think that was one of her, like, first movies she ever did.
Now, she was in Band of the Hand, which was a couple years before that.
Yeah. Okay.
And then her first movie, it looks like it was a movie called 7 Minutes in Heaven from 1985. And then...
Interesting.
Oh, wow. That looks like Jennifer Connelly. Wow, yeah, that is her. A really young Jennifer Connelly from the 80s.
Yeah, she was always cool, too. I always liked Jennifer Connelly.
I like she was good in a movie. Let me look up her filmography because I can't remember the name. Labyrinth.
Yeah.
From the 80s. I thought that was a pretty good film. Very different.
Yeah. I tell you what I remember her from was... I can't remember the name of it. I think it was called Opportunities or Opportunity Knocks. Or,
no, it's called Career Opportunities.
Yeah, I knew it was something Opportunities, but I couldn't remember. Yeah, the guy was locked up in like a Target for the night.
Yeah.
And she winds up, it's like sneaking away in there, and two of them are enjoying each other's companies, and they get fucking robbers coming in. And that was actually a pretty good movie too. I thought it was cool that involved film in a fucking Target.
Yeah, that's cool. I might have seen it like once a long time ago. Oh yeah, that's right. She was in Dark City, which is a fucking fantastic movie.
Yeah, that was, dude. Dark City, that movie was trippy.
That movie was great. Oh yeah, she was in Hulk.
Yep.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, one of the mini Hulk movies they made.
Yeah. Well, she was in the one with, let's see, with Eric Bana. I did see that at the theaters many years ago.
She did do a movie too. What was that movie called? It was it's like a drug movie.
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Dream. God, why can't I remember the name of that movie? But
I'll find it.
Yeah, it was some. It was.
It's Requiem. I can't even pronounce this word.
Requiem.
Requiem. Yeah, that's it. For a Dream.
Requiem of a Dream. Yep.
I heard that fucking movie was trippy as hell.
Dude, it was. I watched it. It was like, holy shit.
That's the same director who did The Wrestler with Mickey Rourke.
Yeah. You know what was sad about that movie though? Like all the the main characters, like Jennifer Connelly, I think one of the Wayans brothers played in it, and I think it was even Jared Leto was like.
Yeah, he was in it.
Yeah, and like they're all main characters, and at the end of the movie, dude, they all wind up in shitty, like, just it is bad for every one of them. Like I remember Jared Leto wound up having to lose his arm because he kept injecting drugs in the already bad spot on his arm, and it fucking infected his arm where he had to get his arm cut off.
Damn, that sucks.
The one Wayne's brother got like locked up in some like one of those prisons, but they make you like work your ass off in prison, like a chain gang type deal, and like basically Jennifer Connelly had to become like basically a prostitute just so she can get drug money.
Yeah.
And like they had the grandma or whatever that had her whole thing set on getting a thing for a show. She winds up going mentally insane to where they have to put her in a damn like mental institution and get shock treatment at the end. I was just like, damn, it didn't end well for anybody.
I guess not. Shit.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It's funny. All the movies we've watched over the years, we've seen many movies end with that, the happy ending where everybody's together and getting what they want. But then when you see a movie that just has a sad ass ending to where nobody wins at the end, kind of like The Departed.
Right.
That movie clearly made that nobody won that deal. Another great fucking movie with an all-star cast.
Yes, sir. You are right. There's a lot of good ones out there.
Yeah.
You ain't kidding, man.
And they definitely don't make movies like they used to.
Nah, I mean, nowadays it's mostly like superhero type movies,
Yeah, it's superhero type movies, or it's fucking remakes, like shitty remakes, or like
sequels, prequels. Yeah. What the fuck can you do?
Yeah. It's like, do I like movies like that? Of course, but do I want to see, I want to see, a badass original.
Yeah, like Mandy, you know, or the
Yeah,
wrestler.
Or Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, that was pretty good too. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage. That's what I like about Nicolas Cage. That motherfucker could just pick all these bizarre type movies. You know, and a lot of times they work for him. You know, that they wouldn't probably work for others. But now he's got this other bizarre movie coming out called Pig, which looks fucking weird, man.
It does look weird. It looks like what explains. It looks like he befriends a pig, and either like the pig gets stolen or. But
yeah, I don't know what to make of it. But the trailer is fucking trippy, kind of like Mandy or Willy's Wonderland.
Yeah, I just thought Willy's Wonderland was cool. It just bothered me how he just would not speak in the movie. Like to see a guy go through a whole movie without saying one word.
Right. Well, from what I heard from the director in the interview, people want to know why that is. So I think if they do a sequel, they're going to explain why he doesn't speak.
Yeah.
You know, so it's, you know, if they write something good and they do the sequel and bring Nick Cage back, I think it would be pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, because I like Willy's Wonderland. I thought it was pretty good.
I mean, they did end Willy's Wonderland with this. It could be possible that there could be, because who's to say that last animatronic didn't die?
Right. And who's to say there ain't more animatronics that, you know?
Yeah. There could have been one or two. You know, who's to say there couldn't have been one or two that they could have just totally forgotten about?
Right.
And but
so it would be interesting. But I do like how Nicolas Cage, he takes on these bizarre, different type of roles, and
roles that you couldn't see anybody else really.
True. You don't see actors usually an actor, when they're in a genre, they're pretty much in that. Mostly like Daniel Harris is mostly in horror films. Van Damme was mostly in martial art films. You don't see Van Damme going over and doing a fucking horror movie. With a bunch of fucking with a bunch of creatures and shit. I mean, it would be cool.
That would have been badass.
Yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying, right? I mean, it would have been cool.
But put Van Damme back in his heyday. Like if he would have, if they would have had him in a damn horror movie, that would have involved creatures.
Right. I mean, he did play the original Predator. He was the guy that. Well, he didn't. Well, he ended up getting let go, but he was the original, Predator in the outfit before being let go. But some of his scenes as that Predator were in the movie.
Badass.
So I do consider him, in the movie.
Yeah.
So I mean, that's probably the only thing we'll ever see. But how cool would it be? You got Van Damme, right? And it's not a martial art film. He's some big fucking creature coming after him and his family and shit. He's got to fucking fight it off with shotguns and shit. I mean, that would just be really different.
That would be. That would be
same
cool.
Same thing with like Stallone. What if Stallone did a fucking creature feature?
Yeah.
You've never seen Stallone do a monster. I mean, you've seen Schwarzenegger with Predator.
Yeah.
And that made a lot of money.
Could you imagine in like let's say like the Friday the 13th movies?
Yeah.
Can you imagine if like they would have got like Stallone or like Van Damme play like a cameo?
Yeah, that would be
like one of Jason's victims.
Yeah, wouldn't that have been crazy?
That would have been cool.
Yeah. You just but yeah, that's what I like about Nicolas Cage, man. That motherfucker will take on like.
Yeah, like I don't think I've ever could say I've seen a bad Nicolas Cage movie.
Really? there's quite a few bad ones I think out there.
Yeah, well,
I mean, he's done. All right, well, let me look up his filmography real quick.
I mean, I know. I mean, maybe lately though, he like every movie I say has been pretty good. Like Mandy, Willy's Wonderland.
I mean, I liked him in Wind Talkers, Face Off. You know,
Face Off,
Gone in 60 Seconds.
Yeah. How about Raising Arizona?
Yeah, that Raising Arizona is a fantastic movie.
Yes, indeed.
I think
Give me that baby, you warthog from hell.
Yeah. Gone in 60 Seconds I seen at the theaters. Let's take a look at his filmography. His first movie was he was in Fast Times at Richmond High.
Really? That was his first movie?
Yeah, credited as Nicholas Coppola.
Oh, yeah.
Then he was in Valley Girl, Rumblefish. That's a great film. Race in the Moon. He was in a movie called Birdie.
Yeah.
Let's see. Peggy Sue Got Married.
Yeah.
Raising Arizona, which is a classic.
Hell yeah.
What's that one film that he did? Let's see if I can find it. Could Happen to You. Trapped in Paradise. Kiss of Death. Yeah, he's a crazy fuck in that film.
Yeah. That's another movie that was just, when you watch that, it's just like it had a great fucking storyline about it. It was crazy as hell.
Yeah, there was a scene in that film, and I might have talked about this before, I'm not sure. But he takes this guy that was sleeping on the truck. He grabs this motherfucker and throws him over to the other truck, and it was done in one shot.
Yeah, like
there was no editing.
He just grabbed him and just like threw him to the ground.
I was thinking, holy shit, dude, the stunt double on that must have got fucked up or something.
Yeah,
because it was done in one shot.
He went in the guy's pocket and grabbed the money that he was supposed to be getting paid, and gave it to fucking David Caruso to tell him to drive. He's got to drive. And
then he did Leaving Las Vegas, which was a fantastic movie, dude. He played an alcoholic.
Yeah. Dude, you want to know, speaking of Kiss of Death, the scene to me that was really fucked up is when he killed Michael Rappaport.
Yeah.
Like, you just see, like, right before you just see him get this look in his face, like, tell him, like, you hear the lyrics to this song, inside about, like, it's over for you. and like, or something like that, and, like, Macarup finally starts getting what's starting to go on here, and he's like, and, like, the guys grab a hold of him, and he just flat out just punches him to death.
Yeah, he beats the fuck out of him.
You see the fucking blood splattering everywhere. And even after he wound up killing him, like, he's putting the damn, like, wiping the blood off his boom box. He's like, oh, look at this shit. I just bought this.
Good movie. And he's done so many others. He's done so many it's just crazy.
Yeah.
I mean, that's something that, you know what, that's probably what we're going to start off with next time. We're going to talk about Nicolas Cage.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about his movies, his good movies and his bad movies. How about that? Does that sound good?
Hey, that sounds good to me, dude.
Because he's done so many that we're going to be here at least another hour if we just keep going on. I mean, but we're going to go ahead and cut it here. All right? Because we've already been at it. We'll see. A little over an hour. I think that's good. But yeah, next time we get on, guys, we are going to get into some Nicolas Cage stuff, man.
Yeah.
Because this motherfucker...
And from there, you don't know where it's going to go.
Yeah.
Because this is how we are. We can start talking about one thing, just like this podcast. We go from one thing to another, to another, to another.
It's called winging it.
That's right.
So anyways, yes, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up now. But stay tuned, because next time we're going to be talking about Nicolas Cage and his filmography, because he's an interesting motherfucker, man.
He is.
He's been in a lot of cool movies, and some of them suck, but there's been some really good ones, over the years and whatnot. So anyways, let's wrap it up.
Alright.
And we're getting the fuck out of here.
Yeah, we're getting out of here. We're getting out of this bitch, and we're going to go get something to eat.
Yeah, it's food time. Anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed. We're out of here. Peace the fuck out. Peace.